Bill Norris is still at Ayanoui's side at that changeover, just telling the Moroccan that he's leaving a little, I think, some salt tablets there, or some salt powder to put in his drink. Ayanoui obviously trying to protect against potential cramping. If this match goes a fair bit longer, it's almost been going 2 hours, an hour 59 minutes. This quarter-final has been in progress. Nalbandian must have been considering at that changeover where it all went wrong in this third set.
And Andy Roddick must be sitting in the locker room licking his chops. Oh my gosh. Nalbandian's keep playing. Maybe these two guys will just punch themselves out.
Every half an hour, when you've got to play 3 successive days of best-of-5 matches, is a big deal.
Nalbandian really let himself down early on in this third set. Up a break at 1-love, played a very loose game to give the break back. And now he became inspired. The crowd got behind him, and suddenly he's got a bit of momentum. Ayanoui is going to find no joy just chipping the ball back.
Well, you're definitely getting the feeling with Ayanoui that he's getting to that stage of the match where he's going to really try and conserve his energy for short, sharp bursts and try and hit the cruise control for the other bits. That seemed a bit of cruise control in that game. And now he's going to regroup, refocus to try and get a job done that he had an opportunity to do in the first set when he served for it. And now Nalbandian broke him back to take us to the tie-break. So in effect, now he could have been 2 sets to 1 up in this match. Bit of a lunge at the end, but it got the job done.
Well, the Moroccan has just taken the initiative, forward at all opportunities.
Hits that spot, high frequency, Ayanoui. And again, Nalbandian, even though he was leaning that way, he couldn't pull it back. Ayanoui with a set point. Seals it with his 11th ace of the match. A stunning turnaround here, and Ayanoui cuts Nalbandian's lead in half. The Argentinian leads by 2 sets to 1. Wonderful set by Ayanoui, and again has shown us in abundance just what he's all about. Heart, desire, passion, love of the game, and an ability to find a way to win even when things were almost irrevocably against him. Stretching out. One thing's for sure, at the end of this match and at the end of this tournament for the Moroccan, he's going to have left everything he had on the court. And as ever with Ayanoui, is a remarkable man. Well, we were saying at the end, if he went 2 sets to love down, that nalbandian was more than likely going to go on and win this match. I couldn't see a way that ayanoui could last for 5 sets. Do you still feel that way, that nalbandian's going to get him?
I do. I really think that ayanoui hasn't got enough in the tank, and nalbandian will pull himself back together. It is a little bit remarkable to me that nalbandian allowed himself to sort of lose control of the 3rd set. But he is such a good player in the end of the day. And I think he will recover. But at the beginning of this 4th set, it's an important time in the match.
Don't forget, in about an hour and 20 minutes time, we'll also be bringing you the 2 of the women's semi-finals this evening from New York. I think the same for the second week of the US Open is when it rains, it pours, and it's poured for 3.5 days. Suddenly we got an abundance of matches. Should be a couple of cracking women's matches. To be fair, the women's event hasn't really taken off. 2 Williams sisters has hurt the event in another sort of way, that from the quarterfinals onwards you generally get some big matches, but they didn't really materialise yesterday. Fourth double. nalbandian, a man who wasn't brought up on the clay, was brought up on hard courts.
nalbandian was brought up on hard courts.
He was.
I didn't know they had hard courts in Argentina.
They have grass courts in Argentina. nalbandian off to a good start as he did at the beginning of the 3rd set. Do you see that in his game, that he's brought up on the hard, like I mean, Juan Carlos Ferrero brought up on the hard courts? They've got their a little bit more of an ability to flatten the ball out.
Well, I see it with nalbandian, certainly. I don't see it as much in Ferrero.
He possesses some sweet timing of a tennis ball, does nalbandian.
Perhaps the serve not quite as wide as ayanoui hoping.
Had his brother coach him again at the start of this year. Did nalbandian, Javier. Good pressure. Was coached at Wimbledon last year when he made the final. Gabriel Marcus. Strange decision it seemed when things were going so well to change, to go back to your brother. But as Peter Fleming has been saying, with Eduardo Infantino currently. seems to have been a good decision that's paid dividends quickly for Nalbandian. Is it lack of concentration or a little bit of nerves, do you feel, trying to reach his first semi-final here in New York?
Well, I don't know, perhaps a little of both. Certainly when you lose your concentration, you tend to get nervous. If your focus is riveted on only the ball, then often there's no time to think about nerves. It's only when your focus drifts to what might happen in the future, nerves creep in.
And again, Nalbandian electing to try the lob over a mountain of a man, and he's come up short. Ayanoui, it seems, just won't go away. And if there are some nerves within the Nalbandian mental state at the moment, they will be multiplying. Fascinating rally, plenty of soft little shots put in, deft touches.
And those are not the shots, really, that will put Nalbandian in trouble. He moves well and never stops moving.
Again, a calm winner dispatched from the Argentinian's racket. Well, whatever Nalbandian's feeling in the interior of himself, he's certainly not showing it on his exterior. He's as calm as he was before and as placid. 3 games gone in this 4th set, no breaks. Nalbandian's attempted to do here at the US Open what only Stefan Edberg has managed to do before, and that's to win the boys singles and the men's singles titles here. Edberg won the boys back in 1983 and then collected a couple of men's titles in 91 and 92. Nalbandian's boys singles title came back in the US Open at 1998, beating the man he beat in the previous round, Roger Federer. ayanoui, 1-2, fourth set. A little bit of the intensity has returned to Nalbandian. Well, he's got a different proposition on his hands.
Yeah, it was really an opportunity missed for David Nalbandian, as we said earlier. Ayanoui down and out. 2 sets and a break, hobbling around. It seemed only a matter of time before the Moroccan would capitulate or even retire. At the moment, he seems to be in a groove and has a game plan that he's comfortable with.
Nalbandian's going to have to play some tennis to win this match now. I mean, up until that stage, he was really getting donated games by unforced errors from ayanoui, but the Moroccan is certainly not sending any more gifts his way at the moment. As his first ace of this fourth set, his 12th overall. This is an impressive effort now by ayanoui. And he's around to capitalise on any shortcomings in the Nalbandian game.
New balls.
Now he's shaky. He's definitely going to find it difficult to close out this match now.
Right off the frame.
Schedule for tomorrow has been done. The first men's semi-final will be Andre Agassi against Juan Carlos Ferrero. We're just trying to get the time confirmed for you. Not sure that all the problems they've had over the last few days, what exact time that's going ahead, but it will be Agassi against the French Open champion Juan Carlos Ferrero up first, followed by Andy Roddick against the winner of this match. That's a gorgeous measured shot there from Nalbandian, and that will certainly help Agassi a little bit, being first on. Peter, the recovery time if he were to come through against Ferrero.
Yeah, I think so. Every little bit helps. He didn't have an especially difficult match today, so it shouldn't be a problem coming out early tomorrow.
He's suddenly finding the confidence to start passing Nalbandian off his weaker wing as well. Well, the first didn't look too convincing, but certainly the finishing volley was good enough from Nalbandian. actually doesn't hit that shot. So I think probably the only shot I've seen in Nalbandian's repertoire that he doesn't hit well is a ball to his forehand with like no pace on it, that just sort of sits there, and especially from that particular position on the court.
He sort of has old-time technique on his forehand, doesn't he? Plants his left foot forward. Doesn't have the classical open stance forehand.
Didn't really respect where he was in the court there, Alan. Now he still tried to pull off an enormous winner. He was falling sideways. He was a long way behind the baseline. It was a kind of unnecessary, unforced error.
Sort of shot there that I would expect Nalbandian to make 8 out of 10 times.
And Nalbandian is falling apart right before our very eyes. Ayanoui here with a chance to go up a break in the fourth. In which he does. An absolutely fantastic effort here by Ayanoui. There's a break up in the fourth. He could turn this match around.
New to Sky Sports, the UEFA Champions League. More big names, more big games than ever before, with a choice of 14 live matches in each week of the group stages, including coverage of Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Real Madrid, Celtic, Rangers, and the holders AC Milan. Sky Sports brings you the UEFA Champions League as you've never seen it. It all starts Tuesday, September 16th, Sky Sports 2 and Extra.
He's the fourth Argentinian to make it this far here at the US Open. Previous people, like Guillermo Vilas has got this far, was the champion back in 1977. More recently though, Mariano Zabaleta reached the quarterfinals, lost to Marat Safin. Guillermo Correa, we saw earlier, lost to Andre Agassi at this stage. And now Nalbandian in danger here of following his countryman out if he can't stop this dramatic slide in form. But he's not just playing Ayanoui now as well, he's playing 90% of the crowd. Yeah, Ayanoui, as ever, showing the dignity that he possesses, just nodding his head, yep, that got a piece of the line, and illustrated there. certainly conserving his energy for the most part at the moment, ayanoui. None of the antics that you generally get from the Moroccan, just a total focus on the job at hand. And there's a steely determination about him as well.
You can see him moving well inside the baseline, taking the ball early, giving Nalbandian no time in the Argentine. Just left to guess. Nalbandian clutching at straws of late.
It's a match that's become littered with errors.
Well, it has, simply because ayanoui has to go for big shots, so therefore they're lower percentage shots. But with the ones he makes, he's forcing Nalbandian, forcing him into errors. You know, Mark, there are two ways to win a match. You play better than your opponent, or you make them play worse than you. Well, now he has taken the low road, simply because he's not capable of taking the high road.
And yet another forehand error, and you can see the frustration. He lets it out now, Nalbandian. He knows he's thrown potentially this set away, and overall it could be the match as well. And Andy Roddick must be loving every minute that passes.
No question.
It's not a tennis battle anymore, it's a psychological one.
And not just Andy Roddick, perhaps Agassi and Ferrero the same, because Nalbandian will have enough in him, perhaps to beat Roddick, but will he have enough in him to win 3 long matches in a row?
Well, I was thinking on the flip side of that, if ayanoui comes through this, Roddick's got to be rubbing his hands. I mean, this guy's going to be struggling to get out of bed in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, he's taking the tape off that was on his knee.
He's having a swing from the hips in these games. ayanoui doesn't want to put too much energy into them, but when a ball's sitting like that, he's going to take a good cut at it. That's some reply from Nalbandian.
A timely one as well, because he was well out of position.
Now he's shaking his head. I'm not sure if he meant that was dead. Well, that is well in. Well, not well in. It's in. And ayanoui knew it, but he's not at the stage in this match where he's feeling like being too charitable.
It's not his job to be charitable here. That's why. They even themselves out in the end.
Nalbandian, to a certain degree, stops the rot and keeps himself in touch. But it's still advantage ayanoui in this fourth set. Moroccan still with the break. Nalbandian better be aware that ayanoui has turned 2 sets to love deficits into victories before. He managed it at the French Open in 2000 against Jean-René Lisnard from France, down 2 sets to love, winning that one 6-1 in the 5th, and also against Christian Ruud in the Davis Cup back in '99. So ayanoui has the experience. Does he have the stamina? Don't forget, we will be bringing you also the 2 women's semi-finals live in about 50 minutes from now. Davenport, Clijsters, and then Ardennes against Capriati. Fourth. Oh, what reactions from Nalbandian. The board looks as though it had gone past him twice.
A beautiful reaction there. And that was something special. First one was just a nice lunge. And that one, how he managed to keep the racket face in position.
Well, he looked like the shell of the man who had taken the first 2 sets for the last set and a half, Nalbandian, but he's rediscovered the form. Well, it looked as though we were heading for a 5th set, but Nalbandian has quickly changed it up. And it all looks so different now for ayanoui, who smashes his racket in frustration. The number 13 seed, a game away from the semi-finals. I'm sure optimism is just flowing through Nalbandian's veins right now. There's a lot of negative energy about the Argentinian for the majority of this fourth set. It looks as though his mind was wandering. He was thinking already about the future, what might have been. Heroic effort this has been by the Moroccan. Can he sustain it? A little flipper. Looked as though he was going to hit the drop.
Beautifully disguised shot. That one right on the sideline.
It's all looking so simple in this service game.
It was a fine approach from ayanoui. Slid right through the court.
Lovely balance again for nalbandian on the backhand side. But the Moroccans still with a couple of chances to level this up. He does so. Another quality first serve delivered by the Moroccan number one. And he's not about to fade away. And the pressure was just briefly lifted from nalbandian's shoulders.
Well, Petch, I think this match has fifth set tiebreaker written all over it.
Well, they've both already come through one of those, so nobody holds an advantage there. Certainly looks as though it's got a fourth set breakup. Sometimes from the trajectory of nalbandian's hit, you feel as though the ball's going to be sailing out and then just dives down into the court.
Yeah, well, that was a bit of a mishit by the frame.
Exactly what nalbandian wanted. A nice, easy service game to get himself up 6-5. And again, for the second time, and now he's going to have to come out to serve to stay in the match. Almost easier when you have short-term goals, just to focus on those and not worry about what's potentially down the road. And now he knows in the next 10 minutes or so he could level this match up at 2 sets all. He's definitely got enough energy to do that. Nalbandian, that's got to be worst case scenario for him. Here's a guy that was 2 sets to love up and a break up in the 3rd set. He would do anything not to have this match go into a decider. just sailed over. And a perfect start for this man. He couldn't have dreamt of hitting a second serve as well as that.
Right smack on the center line with bags of swing.
Continuous movement in that rally from Nalbandian. And again, great understanding of how to get himself back into the rally.
Yeah, just keeps the ball low, forces Ayanoui into the half volley, and that was all she wrote.
It was a lovely little single-handed backhand that he floated down the line with no pace, just gave him a little extra, brought himself a little extra time to get back into position. 2 points for the match.
Absolutely unnecessary for the umpire to start talking to Eunice there.
It's wide. It's a bit of a slap from Ayanoui. And Nalbandian with 2 match points that would take him into the semi-finals of the US Open. Third ace of this set, 14th of the match, but without a shadow of a doubt, the most vital. That's something else. The 3 points he's won in this game have all been with aces. Nothing Nalbandian could have done about that. Still got the energy to deliver a 121-mile-an-hour serve.
Well out. Don't even begin to tell me that the umpire overruled that. You doofus.
Yeah, it's advantage Ayanoui here. Nalbandian doesn't understand what all the fuss is about.
Apologies, Mr. Maria.
It's chaos. Ayanoui there just flipping a ball down and sort of saying that was his serve, he's won the game. This isn't Nalbandian's fault, this is umpires lost control of the situation. trying to remain so calm now, Nalbandian, in this situation. I get the feeling that Ayanoui's temperament suits the situation a little better. Well, he broke a couple of rackets in his match against Novak that went to a tiebreaker in the 5th. The one's definitely already bitten the dust in this match. Third match point for the Argentinian. Oh, he picked it, Nalbandian, and he pulled off a quite remarkable return of serve to carry himself into the semi-finals. Plenty of respect at the net between these two men. It was a wonderful finish to a match looked as though it was going to be heading to an easy victory for Nalbandian, but he's pulled it out in the 4th from a breakdown, and the Argentinians celebrate in this quarter-final.
And David Nalbandian came through in the end as we expected him to. Right from the very start, it looked as though it was going to be a cakewalk for a while, but really lost his way. Ayanoui came alive, and the endorphins just took charge, and the pain that he undoubtedly was suffering in his knee seemed to disappear. And Ayanoui played as though he was a man possessed.
31 years of age, Ayanoui, loved now probably like never before by the crowds here in New York and around the world. He contributed hugely to that match. But it's Nalbandian whose temperament at times we were questioning that held strong. And looking forward, would you say that potentially that could be one of the reasons why Nalbandian doesn't win this tournament? Do you think he gets a little tight in a situation like that?
It's either tight or just sort of loses focus. I don't know what it is, to be honest, but something that it seems in most of the long matches he plays, he loses his concentration at some point or another. When the time comes to bury his opponent, he fails to do so time and time again. And he has the sort of game that can really trouble Andy Roddick. The question is, can he do it consistently for a long enough period to bury the American?
He didn't deliver his best against Roddick in Montreal in the final. Didn't turn up on the day Roddick cruised through 1 and 3. Have you got potential to do that in the semi as well for the American?
Yes, but I think that Nalbandian is going to put in a better effort tomorrow, certainly, no question about that.
So we're about half an hour away from women's semi-finals, which we will be bringing you tonight at